Okay, students, how are you? The last class explained digestion and absorption. So, what is the digestion? Alimentary canal and digestive glands. Alimentary canals in the following the parts. The alimentary canals in the mouth and started to the mouth and ends to the anus. The complete. And next, the digestive glands. The digestive glands, each type of digestive glands, salivary glands, liver, pancreas, intestinal glands. So, and next, proteins and carbohydrates and lipids digestions. The proteins digestions, carbohydrates digestions and lipids digestions last class explains. And next, absorptions. Absorptions, where is the part in the complete food materials, where is the part of completely food materials in the digestions. Then after they get into the blood, the digested food materials get absorbed into the blood, where is the part in the last class completely explained. And next, absorptions. Completed absorption. What is the absorptions? Meaning of absorptions and the gastrointestinal hormones. So gastrointestinal hormones also. So complete last class in the complete. Next and next second chapters in the first unit. The first unit second chapter. The first unit first chapters in the digestion and absorptions. Digestion and absorptions completely explains in the previous class. We are complete explained previous class. Now let us see. Now we are going to discuss the respirations. So respirations. So respirations. What is the respirations? So what is the respirations? Completely the listens carefully in each and every classes. Till I hope that this month in ending the offline classes, till the offline classes they carefully listens the online video classes. The respiratory systems. So respiratory systems and breathing, respiration and breathing. So what is the breathing and respiration? So breathing and respiration. So breathing and respiration is the catabolic process. Catabolic process. Catabolic process. So respiration, the catabolic process. Catabolic process means, so this is the nutrient molecules. Nutrient molecules break down. So nutrient molecules like that, glucose, amino acids, and next to fat molecules or fatty acids or glycerols breakdowns. So breakdowns, energy formation. So energy formation is called catabolic. So catabolic. So catabolic process. So catabolic, aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. Aerobic and anaerobic respirations. So aerobic and anaerobic respirations, oxygens, the presence of oxygens and so scarcity of oxygens, aerobic and anaerobic respiration. So anaerobic respirations breakdowns. The breakdowns the small amount of oxygens, the breakdowns the anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respirations the completely availability of oxygen. So availability of more availability of oxygens breakdowns the nutrients molecules. Break down the nutrient molecules is called so aerobic respirations. So anaerobic and aerobic respirations. First catabolism. Catabolic means catabolic process means so this is the nutrient molecules. So nutrient molecules break down. Nutrient molecules break down. So breakdowns two parts divides are energy releases. Energy releases the nutrient molecules glucose. For example, glucose, burning the glucose automatically energy is releases. So energy releases which type of energy? So thermal energy or chemical energy, mechanical energy, different type of energy releases in our bodies. So glucose, amino acids, the fatty acids. So this type of the nutrient molecules breakdowns energy releases, required energy, need of energy in the releases in our bodies in the catabolic process. This is the respiration. What is the respiration? Respiration is the meaning of respiration, expiration and inspiration. Inspiration plus expiration is called respiration. So expiration, another name is the nutrients. So nutrients, oxidation of nutritions. So oxidation of nutrients is called respiration. Oxidation of nutrients means nutrients breakdowns in the presence of oxygen. In the presence of oxygen, action with oxygen, the nutrients, the oxidations action with oxygen is called, so the oxidation of nutrients is called respiration. The breathing or respirations, the inhalation and exhalation. Inhalation and exhalations, they taking the oxygens, they enter into the lungs or enter into the bodies and sending out the carbon dioxide, sending out the bodies surrounding the mediums is called respirations or breathing. So this is the introduction of respiration and breathing. So respiration is the different animals, different type of the respiratory organs. So first of all, the protozoa, foriferans, cylindratans. So the platyhelminthes, nematohelminthes, this phylum of the animals cannot present the respiratory organs. But respiration is compulsory. Which type of respirations? Through the body wall or plasma membrane. Through the body walls, the diffusion type, the diffusions. So endoosmosis and exoosmosis, the diffusion type through the body wall or plasma membrane. So thin plasma membrane is present in the, so in the first of porifera, protozoa, cylindrata, platy and nematohelminthes, the respiratory functions, respiratory system, the respirations through the body wall, thin body wall or plasma membranes, the endoosmosis and exoosmosis. Whereas coming the next Annelida. Whereas coming the next phylum, Annelida. Annelida phylums, the animals also, the skin is the, so skin, moist skin is present. The thin and moist skin, always moist skin. The respirations, so exchanges through the, so skin, exchanges through the skin is called skin respiration. And Annelida phylums, so Annelida phylums, the respiratory organs cannot formations, but respiration is compulsory. Whereas coming the Annelida phylum of the animals, respirations respire with the skin or body wall, the skin or body walls. So this is sometimes the small blood capillaries with the blood vessels, so present in the skin and body wall. Next, whereas coming next arthropoda phylums. So arthropoda phylums, aquatic animals and terrestrial animals. So aquatic animals and terrestrial animals. So aquatic animals, the respirations. So respirations respire with gills. Respiration respire with gills and whereas as well as next terrestrial animals. So terrestrial animals, the respirations respire with trachea. That respire with trachea, some type of the insects, the cockroach and other in the insects, so respire with trachea, the tracheal respiration. Hence the name is called tracheal respiration and gill respiration is arthropoda phylum of the animals. So whereas coming the next molluscan phylum of the animals. So molluscan phylum of the animals also gill respiration. Gill respiration, gill slits is present. Gill slits is present in the aquatic animals and pulmonary respirations in the terrestrial animals. The phylum, coming the phylums, the molluscan phylum of the animals. Whereas coming the Echinodermata phylums, the respiratory organs not present. So the respiratory functions, they respire with water vascular system. So water vascular systems through the respiration in the Echinodermata phylum of the animals. So the protozoa to echinoderms, so respiratory organs, they respire with different type of the respiratory organs. Whereas coming the fishes, amphibians, the fishes completely respiratory organs, the gill slits, and amphibians also there's some stages in the respiratory organs, gill slits, then the embryonic stage, and next the lung respirations, cutaneous respiration, buccopharyngeal respirations in the amphibians, the phylum of the animals. Now whereas coming the reptiles, the respiratory organs, which type of respiratory organs? Lungs or pulmonary respiration. Next, whereas coming the birds and mammals, the birds and mammals completely highly developed in the, so lungs or pulmonary respiration is respiration compulsory. So mammals are human beings. The human beings highly developed respiratory organs, highly developed respiratory organs. So respiratory system, so respiratory systems are breathing. So respiratory systems they come across the following the parts. And next the mechanism of breathing. So next gaseous transportations, the gaseous transportation of carbon dioxide and oxygen transportation. Next abnormalities of the disorders of respirations in the respiratory system, the human respiratory system. The human respiratory systems in the human respiratory system come across the following the parts. The first one, external nostril. The coming next point, nasal chamber. Next coming the third point, nasopharynx. And next coming the fourth point, next pharynx. The coming fifth point, larynx. Next coming sixth point, trachea. Next coming to seventh point, trachea, bronchi. Next coming to the 8 points, bronchi, bronchioles. Coming to the 9th point, lungs. So first points, let us see. The first point, external nostril. External nostrils, external nostrils, nose. The nose, the anterior part of the nose, the two openings is called external nostrils. External nostrils, the anterior side of the nose, the two openings is called external nostrils. And next two lips, upper lip and lower lip. So guarded the upper lip and lower lip. The upper lip above the part is the anterior part of the nose. So anterior part of the nose, the two openings is called external nostrils. So external nostrils, the oxygen. So oxygen, taking the oxygens enter into the through the first of all the external nostrils or external nerves. So external nostrils, the openings of the, so at the anterior part of the nose, is called external nostrils. So external nostrils opens. So external nostrils opens into the nasal chamber. So nasal chamber. This part is the nasal chamber. So nasal chamber. So nasal chamber is a. So nasal chamber, 3 parts. Nasal chamber divide 3 parts. Vestibular part, respiratory part, olfactory part. 3 parts. Nasal chamber divide 3 parts. Now let's see. So here vestibular part, respiratory part and olfactory part. So vestibular part have hairs, the sebaceums. Hairs and sebaceous glands also present in the mucous glands or sebaceous glands present the vestibular part. Vestibular part prevents enter the dust particles. Whenever they enter into the dust particles, prevention the vestibular part. Vestibular part in the prevention of entry of dust particles. Prevention of entry of dust particles like that microbial organism, bacteriums, so other etc. Prevention of entry of prevention the entry of dust particles. So many different type of dust particles, inhalations. So known inhalations, the vestibular part, hairs is present and sebaceum glands is present. Sebaceous glands so sticky the microbial organs, the mucus, the secretions in the vestibular part. And next second part, the second part is the respiratory part. Respiratory part is the conditioning part. The conditioning part control the body temperatures, maintains the body temperatures, conditioning the air. So air conditioning. AC means air conditioning. So air conditioning means the maintain body temperatures, maintains the air temperatures or decreases or increases the conditioning function. Respiratory part is the conditioning functions or air condition is the respiratory part. Next olfactory part. So olfactory part is the sense of the smell. This part is the third part of the nasal chamber. So third part of the nasal chamber, olfactory part. Olfactory part is the nasal chambers, the sense of the smell. So sense of the smells, the bad smells, also bad smell, good smells, the sense of the smells, the help of the olfactory part. In the olfactory parts, the nerves. Olfactory part, the distribution of the nerves in the olfactory nerves. So automatically the sense of the smell, the testing the olfactory part. The three parts in the nasal chamber. Nasal chamber, the nasal septum is formation. Nasal septum, the divides two nasal chamber is formation. Actually nose part is the nasal septum is formation. Nasal septum divides two nasal chamber. The first, so each one nasal chambers, three parts, vestibular part, respiratory part and olfactory part. And next coming the third part, nasopharynx. Let us see nasopharynx. So nasal chamber opens the nasopharynx. Nasal chamber behind the nasopharynx part, above the pharynx part, the buccal cavity, oropharynx or nasopharynx. Oropharynx and nasopharynx means buccal cavity opens into the pharynx part or nasal chamber opens into the pharynx part. This part is called nasopharynx. Nasal chamber, where is a part in junction part in the buccal cavity? See the buccal cavity. So buccal cavity, nasal chambers and buccal cavity opens. There is the pharynx part. This buccal cavity opens, then nasal chambers opens. This part is called nasopharynx part. Buccal cavity opens, this part is called oropharynx. So oropharynx and buccal nasopharynx. So nasopharynx opens into the pharynx part. So nasopharynx opens into the pharynx part. The pharynx. So pharynx part in the junction part. The pharynx in the junction part, the common part or junction part, because so this is the above the nasopharynx or nasal chamber. Nasal chamber is the palate, external nostrils and next is the internal nostrils also. Internal nostrils also present. External nostrils opens into the internal nostrils. Internal nostrils in the nasal chambers. Nasal chamber is formations divide the palate. Palate in the soft palate and hard palate. The soft palate or hard palates so lined by the uvula part also present in the palate part. And nasopharynx, pharynx part in the pharynx, the pharynx is the junction part and common part. The respiratory tract and alimentary tract in the common part, alimentary tract and respiratory tract unit together the part, the pharynx part, hence the name is called junction part in the pharynx. So next coming the fifth point, pharynx opens into the larynx. Pharynx opens into the larynx. So larynx in the voice box or sound producing organs. Larynx in the sound producing organs or voice box. So voice box in the sound producing organs. The sound producing organs, this is the larynx part. The larynx part, the larynx in the sound producing organs. The box like structures or oval like structures. The 9 cartilaginous plates or cartilaginous plates made up of. The larynx made up of 9 types of the cartilaginous. So cartilaginous plates. Cricoid, thyroid, adenoid. So this type of the cartilaginous plates, 9 types of the cartilaginous plates, they made up of larynx is formation. So larynx, so this is the sound box or voice box. Sound box or voice box, the sound producing organs in the larynx part. So larynx part is the bulged. So larynx part in the bulged and sac-like structures. The sac-like structures bulged part of the larynx part. The human beings larynx part is the voice box or sound producing organs. And next trachea. Trachea is the so larynx, this is the larynx, the sound box or voice box in the human beings. So next trachea, bronchi, bronchioles and lungs. I will continue the next class.